welcome back. So it's really important that you do this activity above all else. This is kind of the culmination of the things that you have been doing. Understanding more about yourself, your beliefs, and what it is that you're looking for. And this is kind of an activity that brings it all together. So I'm going to be talking about being a match to the dream relationship, what it is that you want, the soulmate you want to attract. So the question is, who do you have to be in order to be a match for the things that you say that you want? And that's really what this course is all about. It's not about just identifying the dream relationship and the characteristics and knowing who your soulmate or your dream partner would be and being able to pick them out of a crowd. It's about you being ready for the relationship that you want. And so this is a very simple way of just summarizing for yourself what it is that you are going to work on going forward. How are you going to better yourself? And so you've already looked at the vision that you have and some non-negotiables that you know that you do and do not want in your relationship. And so you probably have a pretty good idea of what it is that you're looking for. So the question is, where do you fit into the picture? What are the things that you still need to work on in order to truly be ready? Are you ready? Are you really, like, you might really feel like, oh, I really want it, I'm ready. But if the perfect person or the perfect scenario walked into your life tomorrow, are you truly ready? And so what I mean by that is, at a practical level, are you ready? Are there any things like, your living environment, your work, like, say for instance, you're unemployed. Would you really want to meet your dream partner right now? Is it great timing? No. So give yourself a break and relax and work on yourself. But also, what qualities would you have to have that maybe you haven't developed yet? So think about this. Are there things on your list of non-negotiables that you don't even meet? Because if there are, those are some really key areas that you might really want to look at within yourself. Because sometimes we hold high standards for other people, but we don't hold ourselves to those same standards. And a really common one with people that I've worked with is there's certain behavioral characteristics of a partner that they're looking for, or boundaries within relationships, or the way that people act within relationships that they have as their standards, but yet when it comes down to it in the relationships, they're the ones that are breaking their own rules. And so if you are someone who experiences that, or you're working with somebody that experiences that, this is a really key place to look. Because if you want to be able to expect your partner to be a certain way, or you want your relationship to be a certain way, then you really have to make sure that you're doing the inner work so that you can be that way. And that's the biggest point I'm trying to make here, is that maybe there is some more inner work, self-work, personal growth that you need to do in order to truly be at the place that you want to be, in order to have the relationship that you want. And so there's an activity that goes along with this video that is supposed to help you really kind of simplify and work out what these things are. So for instance, 5 areas of life that you could improve on, or that you need to change, that would make you a better match for the dream relationship that you want. And another thing is looking at 5 patterns that you need to change. So this could be maybe something that that you tend to do in relationships. It could be a pattern that keeps showing up in relationships. It could be triggers, certain things that you react to, that you can train yourself to have less of a reaction. It could be a belief system that you have that is kind of ingrained, but after this course, you recognize you want to have a different belief. And so you have to practice it and you have to remind yourself of this. And another thing to do to really commit to yourself that you are going to be the person that you came to this earth to be, and you're going to do it in part because you want to be able to be in a relationship that is everything that you want it to be. And that is to come up with at least 5 action steps that you can take that show yourself that you're committed to this. So if you want to be taking better care of yourself so that you're honoring yourself and you'll be stronger in a relationship, well, what can you do that can honor you? Is it something physical like exercising or eating better? Is it making sure that you take time to read or do something else that you love? Is it joining a group that, feeds you, that gives you an opportunity to express your passions so that then when you're in a relationship, you have balance where you're not just gonna, give up everything else and just spend all of your time with the person, even though it's tempting, we understand. But you do want to always make sure that there's balance and that you're healthy before you go into a relationship. And if you're already in a relationship, what are some action steps that you can take to make sure that you are filling your own cups, you're taking care of yourself, you're being a better partner, you are working on your own quirks, you are offering things that you can do to improve the relationship in hopes that the other person does the same. And you might be in a situation where you're even working with them and they can do something like this with you. So regardless of what way you do it, just make sure you do it. This is an excellent way of summarizing for yourself what it is that you're doing going forward to make sure that you are the perfect person for your relationship.